Good morning, everyone. There is a saying, win the morning, win the day. The way we begin our morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Each sunrise gives us a fresh chance to design the life we dream of, but too often we take those first hours for granted. Think about it. If we start the day rushing, scrolling, or complaining, our mind is already clouded with stress. But if we start it with discipline, energy, and focus, we carry that positivity into every task. Your morning routine is not just about habits. It is about shaping your mindset, your productivity, and ultimately your future. Successful people across the world, from athletes to entrepreneurs, protect their mornings fiercely. They rise early, exercise, plan, and fuel themselves with the right thoughts. Why? Because they understand that the morning is their foundation. The truth is, your life doesn't change in a single day. It changes in the small daily actions you take. And the morning is where those actions begin. Build your morning right, and you build your destiny right. So I urge you, don't just wake up, rise up. Make your mornings meaningful, because the way you live your morning decides the way you live your life. The way you begin your morning has a ripple effect on everything that follows. Imagine two different starts. On one hand, you wake up late, skip breakfast, rush to get ready, and step out already stressed. On the other hand, you wake up early, stretch your body, eat a healthy meal, and take a few minutes to plan your priorities. Which version of you do you think will handle challenges better, make clearer decisions, and remain calmer throughout the day? Your mood, your energy, and even your interactions with others are deeply influenced by those first few hours. If you start with chaos, the rest of the day tends to carry that same energy. But if you start with calmness, discipline, and positivity, you anchor yourself in a mindset that carries you forward with confidence. Think of mornings as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is weak, the structure struggles to stand tall. If it's strong, the structure can rise higher. That is exactly what your morning does. It lays the foundation for the day ahead. When you choose to begin your morning with discipline, you immediately place yourself in control of the day instead of letting the day control you. A structured routine, whether it's waking up at a fixed time, exercising, meditating, or writing down your goals, creates a sense of order that your mind naturally follows. This order translates into clarity, which directly improves productivity. For example, if you take just 10 minutes in the morning to list your top 3 priorities for the day, you'll find yourself moving with intention rather than reacting aimlessly to every distraction. Instead of wasting hours scrolling or procrastinating, your energy becomes directed toward meaningful tasks. Discipline also nurtures focus. When you train your mind early in the morning to stick to habits, like resisting the urge to hit the snooze button or checking your phone, you build mental strength. That same strength carries into your work, studies, and personal interactions. The discipline of the morning becomes the discipline of the day. A positive start also builds momentum. Success is not achieved through bursts of effort, but through consistent action. By cultivating positivity and discipline in the morning, you give yourself a head start, making it easier to stay on track and accomplish more than you thought possible. If you study the lives of the world's most successful people, eaters, athletes, inventors, and entrepreneurs, you'll notice one powerful pattern. They guard their mornings with great care. They understand that the early hours are the most valuable, and they use them to set themselves apart. Take athletes, for example. Many begin their day before the sun rises, training their bodies while the world is still asleep. Business leaders often spend their first hours reading, planning, or strategizing instead of diving straight into emails or meetings. Writers, Thinkers and artists use the quiet of the morning to create their best work, free from distractions. Why do they do this? Because they know mornings are when the mind is freshest, the body is most energized, and the environment is quietest. They treat their mornings as prime real estate, a space too precious to waste on unimportant activities. Instead of reacting to the world, they choose to design their day with purpose. This isn't about being rich or famous, it's about mindset. Success doesn't happen by chance, it happens by choice. Prioritizing your morning routine is one of the simplest yet most powerful choices you can make. When you see how successful people use their mornings, it becomes clear that the path to achievement often begins before the rest of the world has even woken up. The habits you practice in the morning don't just affect your schedule. They shape the way you think and feel for the rest of the day. If you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, filling your mind with notifications, news, and negativity, you're programming your brain to be reactive, distracted, and overwhelmed. But if you begin with calm, intentional habits, like gratitude, journaling, meditation, or even a few deep breaths, you're setting your mind to operate from a place of peace and focus. Your emotional state is like a lens through which you see the world. If that lens is clouded by stress in the morning, every challenge appears larger than it really is. But if the lens is clear because you've given yourself time to center and ground your emotions, even the toughest problems feel manageable. This is why morning habits are so powerful. They build emotional resilience. A simple routine of exercise boosts your mood by releasing endorphins. Reading or reflecting fills your mind with new ideas and inspiration. Even making your bed first thing in the morning gives you a small sense of accomplishment that fuels confidence. The truth is, the world outside may be unpredictable, but your mornings are within your control. By choosing the right habits, you can decide how you will think, feel, and respond, not just in the morning, but throughout the entire day. Momentum is what carries you through the day, and mornings are the best time to create it. 3 powerful practices, exercise, planning, and reflection, work together to give you that forward push. Exercise, even something as simple as stretching, walking, or a quick workout, awakens your body and energizes your mind. It increases blood flow, sharpens concentration, and boosts your mood with natural endorphins. When you move your body in the morning, you're not just training your muscles, you're training your mind to start strong. Planning is the next step. Taking just a few minutes to outline your key tasks and goals turns your day from chaotic to intentional. Instead of drifting through hours reacting to problems, you move with direction. A written plan becomes a compass that keeps you on track, no matter how busy or unpredictable the day gets. Reflection is equally important. Whether it's a quiet prayer, meditation, or journaling, reflection allows you to align with your values and remind yourself of what truly matters. It builds self-awareness, helping you respond wisely instead of impulsively. Reflection in the morning ensures that your day isn't just busy, but meaningful. When you combine these 3, exercise, planning, and reflection, you create momentum that snowballs. One positive action leads to another, and suddenly your whole day feels purposeful and energized. Mornings are not just about starting the day. They are about starting it in a way that sets everything else in motion. Success is rarely the result of one big action. It is the outcome of small, repeated choices that compound over time. Morning practices are the perfect example of this truth. Waking up at the same time every day, drinking water first thing, reading a few pages of a book, or writing down your goals may seem like small actions, but done consistently, they transform your life. Think of it like planting seeds. A single seed looks insignificant, but when nurtured daily, it grows into a tree. In the same way, your morning habits may not show instant results, but over weeks and months, they build discipline, focus, and resilience. These qualities are the roots of long-term success. Consistency also rewires the brain. When you commit to a morning routine and stick to it, you train your mind to expect structure and progress. Over time, this discipline spills into other areas: work, relationships, health, and personal growth. The little victories of the morning become the building blocks of larger achievements. It's easy to underestimate the power of these practices because they are so simple. But the truth is, greatness doesn't come from what you do once in a while. It comes from what you do every single day. And mornings give you the best opportunity to create those winning habits that last a lifetime. Just as a building cannot rise tall without a strong foundation, your life cannot rise to its fullest potential without a solid morning routine. The foundation determines the strength, stability, and direction of everything built upon it. Your morning is that foundation. When you wake up with intention, you're not just preparing for a single day. You're laying down bricks for the kind of life you want to live. Every positive choice in the morning becomes a block of discipline, resilience, and clarity. Over time, these choices build into habits, and those habits shape your identity. If your mornings are weak, filled with rushing, distraction, or neglect, your day often reflects the same. But if your mornings are strong, rooted in calm, structure, and focus, you carry that strength into your relationships, your work, and your decisions. In other words, your mornings don't just affect your hours, they shape your years. Mastering your morning is mastering yourself. It is a declaration that you are in charge of your time, your energy, and your mindset. And when you master yourself, success in life is no longer a matter of luck, it becomes a matter of choice. So, as we've seen, our mornings are more than just the start of a new day. They are the foundation of our entire lives. They shape our mindset, fuel our energy, and set the direction for everything we do. If we learn to value our mornings, to fill them with discipline, clarity, and purpose, we unlock the power to change not just our days, but our destiny. Remember this: every morning is a new chance, a chance to rise, to choose wisely, and to live intentionally. Your morning decides your life, so choose to begin it in a way that builds the future you deserve. Thank you.